Hi guys, just thought I'd give you an update on my newest acquisition. Say hello to Mr. Tello. I am really happy with this drone. Look at this little guy. It is a nice little drone. It looks bigger than it actually is because it's got the propeller guards on it, but it is incredibly small, and this thing flies really well. Doesn't have GPS, of course, but it holds its position really well. I was really surprised by that. And when you're flying it, if you get into trouble and you just let go of the controls, the thing just snaps into place and hovers there. And it is really amazing for a $99 drone. And it is a blast to fly. Although I'm still not a big fan of flying by a phone, or in this case, a iPad. But it does really well. I think the iPad is better because it has more real estate and it's just easier to put your fingers anywhere on there and have the controls. And that's another thing I like about the app is that wherever you put your thumbs is where the controller appears. So it's not fixed in one spot, which is nice because you're always, taking your thumbs off and putting them back on and stuff. So it's nice that it goes wherever your thumb is. And it's been really kind of crappy weather here. It's raining out right now. Otherwise, I'd be outside zooming around the yard. I only had one chance to fly it outside, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Um, didn't get a chance to check out all of the auto flight modes. I did one up and away, and that works really well. It really does for something that doesn't have GPS. It doesn't go out very far is the only problem, and you can't adjust that in the app or anything, but who knows, maybe they'll make that available in the future too. But it does a good job, and of course it doesn't come back to you like the Spark does because it doesn't have GPS. But for a beginner drone, this is a pretty nice drone. The still quality is actually really good. I was surprised. The video is okay. It does have jumps here and there, stuff which I would kind of expect from a Wi-Fi transmission. It would have been really nice if they would have had an SD card. In fact, if it would have had an SD card in it, that would probably be the perfect starter drone because it flies that nice. It's still early in the development, so there's not a lot of accessories for it yet. I'm waiting for a battery charging hub because having to charge it with the USB is kind of a pain. Um, it would be okay if it charged a little faster, maybe, but USB, you're not gonna get it to charge as fast as if it's on a hub. I know my Spark takes forever to charge USB. Plus, you can only do it one battery at a time. You have to put each one in the drone to charge it, so that's kind of a pain. But once they get a hub, that'll be good, and some extra batteries. The flight time is actually really good on it. I was surprised. It flies almost as long as the Spark, which is pretty good for that level drone. And it does pretty good in the wind, but it's not really made for that. So you want to have it in, a light wind, but in a light wind, it holds its position pretty well, considering that there's no GPS, and you would expect it just take off like my other drone over there, that Propel. The slightest breeze, it just goes flying away. Um, it's it's just really fun to fly. I can't stress that enough. I've flown it around in the house a little. It's kind of tight in here, so it's kind of challenging, and it actually flies kind of fast for in the house, even though it's on the beginner mode. But it's fun, and it doesn't send papers and everything flying all around the room like the Spark did when I was flying it around in here. But that's one of the nice things about this one too, is I can fly it around the house. I could take it outside and fly it around. I can't fly the Spark outside because it's actually a no-fly zone, but this doesn't go up high enough or out far enough to worry about that. So I can go out and zip around the yard and go around the house if it's rainy like it is today. So it's just fun. And if you have a more expensive drone, you're always kind of worried about what can go wrong, and if you're gonna crash it or bump into something. I bumped into a couple things with this when I was outside, and it just takes a beating and keeps going. And it's really constructed pretty well for something that small. I was impressed. And well, we'll keep you informed and put some updates on here. As new firmware comes out, I'll test that and see if the video improves, or if it's always going to be a little bit choppy. It's not bad, but the bit rate's pretty low for a good video, but that's what you would expect with a Wi-Fi connection only. So yeah, if they just would have put an SD card in there, that'd be a killer little drone. There's other drones that are kind of in that price range that are good. The Hubsan X4 is good. You get the one that it's not the FPV. You can get that dirt cheap with a controller, and so that's a good buy too if you really or have kids, or you're never ever flown anything before. That's a pretty viable option also. But this one, for $100, I got it from DJI because there's free shipping on it if it's over $85. So, and that's the reason I got it from them. It's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy with it. So anyway, hopefully it'll clear up outside and go running around outside and have some more fun with this. Yeah, get one of these. Highly recommended.